He was a millionaire, living a life most people only dream of. She was his maid, quiet, efficient, and almost invisible in his sprawling mansion. He thought he knew her, this woman who polished his silver and folded his clothes with such care. But one day, a simple twist of fate would lead him to her doorstep, unannounced, and what he discovered there would shatter his world and rebuild it from the ground up. The millionaire, let's call him Arthur, had left an important document in his briefcase, and he needed it urgently for a meeting. He remembered his maid, Maria, mentioning she was taking his briefcase to be repaired. In a rush, he drove to the address she had left for emergencies. The neighborhood was a stark contrast to his own gilded world. The buildings were worn, the streets crowded. He found her small apartment, the paint peeling off the door. He knocked, and when Maria opened it, her face was a mixture of surprise and concern. Inside, the apartment was tiny but immaculately clean. In one corner, an elderly woman, her mother, lay in a bed, frail but with a gentle smile. In another, two young children were quietly doing their homework on a makeshift table. The smell of a simple soup cooking filled the small space. Arthur stood there, speechless. He saw the worn-out shoes by the door, the single flickering light bulb hanging from the ceiling, the sparse furniture. He saw the love and care in Maria's eyes as she tended to her mother, the pride she took in her children's schoolwork. He saw a life of hardship, yes, but also a life filled with dignity, resilience, and an abundance of love that his grand, empty mansion lacked. He saw how Maria, with so little, gave so much. She worked tirelessly for him, then came home to work just as hard for her family, never with a word of complaint, always with a quiet grace. In that small, humble apartment, Arthur didn't see poverty. He saw wealth of a different kind, a wealth of spirit, of family, of love. That day, Arthur didn't just get his document back. He got a piece of his own humanity back. He realized that true wealth isn't measured by bank accounts or possessions, but by the richness of our connections and the depth of our compassion. The visit changed him forever. He began to see the people around him not for what they did, but for who they were. His heart, once shielded by fortune, was now open. It was a lesson he learned not in a boardroom, but in a maid's humble home. A lesson that truly made him the richest man in the world. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.